Hey, sports fans. In part one, we had all the Antichrist men with the players were fleeing the political rally of Michael Shaw. Now they're trying to figure out who assassinated him and how this whole conspiracy goes together. Let's play the old player intros, and then we'll get right back to it.
Hey, returning as Huck Mansman. He is a kung fu good old boy with a sweet ride named Jackie and a sweet monkey named Camille.
Well, I'm an ex-con. My latest hit single went triple platinum last year. It's called Trucker Pheromones. And I've got a guitar that shoots flames the louder I play.
I'm returning as Dirk Thoroughfare. Now, Dirk is an all-star stuntman, former high school football standout, former professional wrestler, current stuntman. He's got a lot of friends in the industry and an affinity for pyrotechnics.
There is a lot of noise and ruckus in the park, considering the events that have transpired. What are you guys getting up to? And remember, whenever you're stuck, you can always open your mind with soul to try and ask a question of the universe, often with pharmaceutical accompaniment.
Let me see. Just checking.
Or you can ask, why do you hate Cadillac Grande so much?
Because I've got, yeah.
It also feels like a burning question.
Sure. Oh, okay. Lizzie, what do you have against Cadillac Grande?
They kicked me out of the band
That's rough. How long ago?
about 5 years ago.
You should probably get over it.
I can't just get over it. I spent 3 years in jail.
You spent 3 years in jail after getting kicked out of the band?
In jail, and all I could think about was how much I hate them.
Was that separate from you getting kicked out of the band, or were the two related?
I mean, I guess technically they weren't related. But
So
I still blame them for ruining my life.
That's fair.
Yeah, if you hadn't been kicked out of the band for doing so many drugs, you wouldn't have done so many drugs and done those crimes.
Yeah, the crimes that landed me in jail. Right,
I mean,
so it was totally their fault.
If you were a megastar, you probably could have gotten away with a lot more of it.
But I am
your
one
lack
now.
of fame-
I hope they realize that I'm much more famous than they are now.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I mean, Town Hall is a huge venue compared to this park.
And it's totally official.
That's a big get.
So, I guess it's the question of who done it and why. You know?
I was going to try to open my mind.
After you. Roll plus soul. How do you open your mind, Huck?
So I don't use substances to do it. I think that I find a post somewhere that I can just kind of balance on and meditate as the light kind of, even if it, I don't know what time it is, but somehow the lighting is perfect.
Mm-hmm. Mid-afternoon.
Yeah.
All right, so there's a big area over by the grassy knoll with a bunch of posts and kids doing this street surfing thing, which is the new trend over near the culvert. And you just
is that on a surfboard that has wheels on it, or is it just a surfboard?
A wheeled surfboard. Wild stuff. That might be the future of riding, but it doesn't have a motor, so it's probably beneath your concern.
It's got to be X-Tech.
Yep. The X-Tech you make with wheels and wood.
So I got a 5, so nothing happens, I assume.
Well, something always happens. One,
something
you get
happens.
An experience point.
Yeah.
And 2, you get accosted by a weirdo. Because this is a public park. So the guy's like, you don't get on my post, or you're getting in trouble. That's my
I'm pretty sure
post.
That it's your itchin' post?
Etchin'. And if you notice down on one side, he's taken this big square wooden post and made an interesting facsimile of a grizzly bear just out of whittling.
Oh, is that your mother?
I'm gonna get. All right, roll to get out of the way.
Worth it.
And to think he was going to give you information relevant to the plot, and you had to piss him
Damn
off.
it.
You can try sometimes, GMs, but what did you get?
So I got it was plus hustle, right?
Yep.
Yep.
But you're
So
good at it, so
7,
come through.
8, 9. I got a 9.
All right. So he's not going to hurt you, but he's going to knock your ass down. And you've been separated from the others, and he's going to rant about how, that this is all a conspiracy. And, of course, Michael Shaw's the Antichrist.
I don't necessarily disagree with all of that, sir. But, well, give your mother my best, and then I kind of book it out of there.
You realize that he's taking your wallet as you leave. Or at least you don't have it since you fell down.
Oh, no.
You fell down, you were in a big crowd, you grabbed someone, and you were almost attacked by a rock band. And at some point, oh, man, that means another trip to the DMV.
That's really the bad part. I didn't have that much money to begin with. So
Fair enough. Dirk, we haven't seen much from you, but how are you investigating the mystery?
Oh man, let me see. So we have these bullet casings, right?
Yep. So whoever was back here was shooting from close range.
Got it. Can
Yep.
Since Dirk is a master of pyrotechnics,
Yep.
can he maybe try and sniff out some gunpowder residue near the casings or on the casings?
Yes, a gun was fired, releasing the casings.
Is he enough of an expert?
To be fair, even if you were a scientific police officer in the 70s, you would probably not get more than someone came from around back and started shooting towards the stage.
Sure, that's fair.
But from where the casings are, they didn't get all the way to the stage.
Right.
And Cadillac Grande is backing up.
When Michael, right, that was his name,
Yep.
took off with the security detail, were there other cars in the immediate vicinity?
There was
Maybe.
one trailing car of security staff. But you know that these guys have a campaign office in the city. He's probably
Well, whoever
heading
did
there,
that-
order a secure location.
Yeah, whoever did this, I think they got into one of those two cars. Because
Certainly
we
a
didn't see
theory.
any other vehicles, right?
The person could have fled on foot. It's this part of the park is close to a thoroughfare.
Oh, okay.
Or they could have driven up. There is the area is so covered in like rolling carts and truck stuff that's really hard to tell.
Yeah. Lizzie, do you know anyone else who's maybe got it out for the band? Like maybe more than you? Because it didn't seem like it was you, right?
Well, they fired at Michael Shaw. I
No, that
misspoke
wasn't
if
me.
I said they fired at the band.
Oh, okay. They're firing at Shaw.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they weren't. That's what I thought.
And to answer your question, probably no.
Does anyone hate that band more
yeah,
than I
you
do?
hate him the most.
She's the head of the hate club.
When you hate it
The
most,
number one
there's
hater.
no easy way out.
It's either that
So
or
you
maybe
can
it
try
was
and
an
dig
opposing
into Michael
candidate.
Shaw's past. You can try and investigate the park some more. You can try and go to the campaign office. You can try and find out where he lives. But you probably exhausted the clues that you can find backstage.
Sure.
And I'm assuming the crowd is dispersed by now.
Yeah, people are fleeing and have fled.
Anybody leaning one way or the other as far as
Yeah, we could check out the
I wanna
campaign
tackle this.
office.
yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so cool. There's a tie-in to the adventure Women's Prison of the Apes, which we haven't run yet, but you might see some of the characters and they're here again. So as you go to the campaign office down towards the middle of the city, you see that it is a buzz of activity. There are people moving back and forth. There's the big banner of Michael Shaw looking kind of stern with the word vote and the date of the election on it. And just a lot of banners from the big sponsor of the campaign, the Prentice Group. So the cars pull up, and you see the two cars pulling in. They might have gone to a secondary location, but they're arriving. I assume, Huck, if you're driving full out, you can get there ahead of them. Dirk and Lizzie probably can't. They are not good old boys. Probably get stuck in traffic of fleeing people and such.
Yeah, it's a little easier on a bike.
Yep.
Lane split.
So what do you do?
Well, if I get there ahead of them, I think I'm just going to... I note the Prentice Group, and I think... pretty sure I've heard that name before, but I can't remember. I'm sure it'll come up. And then I'll just go ahead and head upstairs or into the building.
So you go into the campaign headquarters. There is a buzz of volunteers and campaign staff giving out buttons. Okay, they got those clipboards with the canvas lists. They are giving out the yard signs. It's a very busy place. And everyone is clearly talking, and everyone has just gotten the news via the phone over what happened at the park. So there's a kind of a desperate air to what's going on. The person at the front desk says, "Hello, hey, how can I help you?"
Hey, Huck Mansman. I was just at the park.
Okay.
I'm sure you heard about what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out what might be going on.
We all are, man.
Yeah.
Messed up. All those school activists.
Sure.
They want to protect their schools, man, and it's messed up because kids need to be free.
Yeah. I agree, mostly.
All right, here's some literature. Here's a button, and are you registered to vote?
Yep.
Great. You shook your head no.
Oh, that wasn't to you. That was to the audience.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh, you're one of those pest guys.
My nose starts to bleed a little
No,
bit.
we're all ready for the cosmic audience. There's always someone watching. And then suddenly
That's far out.
Michael Shaw comes in and people are clapping, and then Timmy comes in and the room just goes silent.
Timmy's the kid?
Timmy's the 5-year-old, yeah.
Yeah. Does Timmy look
It only
weird?
lasts for a few seconds, but it's completely weird.
What's his expression like? Is it like just kind of...
He's got one of those I don't know how to smile right smiles.
Oh, man. He's awkward.
Yep, that's true.
Is he holding any toys?
He still has one of those Space Pioneer action figures, but he's yelling at his dad because he said he left them at the park, and he doesn't get why we can't go back and get them.
I pull out the toys that I found at the park,
All right.
and I'm like, that's the other reason I'm here. Timmy, I think did you leave some of your toys
He
behind?
gives you a hug. Take -1 to your next roll.
Oh, God.
But Michael Shaw's like, thank you. What's your name? Thank you. What's your name? Thank you.
Huck Mansman.
Huck Mansman. That's wonderful. Are you registered to vote?
I am.
You shook your head no.
No, that wasn't...
No. All right. And this is when the rest of you guys arrive. And you see Huck somehow talking to Michael Shaw.
Hey, guys, over here.
Oh, Huck.
This is
Looks over, he's-
This is Timmy.
Wicked.
Don't hug
Yes,
him.
Wicked. We've been trying to get in touch with you, actually. We know that you're one of the city's most prominent anti-school activists. Talking about how school sucks, and it's basically teaching kids to go to prison. We'd love to do a sit down with you. We got an on-staff journalist. We got some video. We'd love to get you on film for that. Just all the way around back. And of course, there's financial compensation as campaign contribution. She's pretty, says Timmy.
That kid has a really deep voice.
Yeah.
There's something going on with this kid.
I probably shouldn't have given him those toys.
Well, that's life. You certainly, it's a plus and a minus. It's a plus in that you've earned Michael's trust. It's a minus in that you literally got a minus.
Yeah.
But Michael's going to hurt. He's going to address the people, tell them that he's okay, and that even, this is just the kind of stuff you go into as a third-party activist, and that if Cadillac Grande can play through these hits, then he can keep bringing the power to the people. And that tonight's rally is still on at the Orpheum.
Michael, you sure that's a good idea? It looks like somebody's out to get you.
They'll have to try. My security staff is the best, and we all have plans for the future. The world is going to go a certain way, and there's nothing we can do except do our best.
That sounds quite ambiguous.
You got to be ambiguous as a politician, my friend.
I don't know if that's always true, but okay.
Well, you don't know if it's always true, which means sometimes you know that it's never true. All right, thank you. I got to get going. Miss Wicked, we got a staff back up. And do you see the campaign manager, Chelsea Hazelnut, who looks like she gets her haircut done with a buzzsaw, wearing a suit that is tailored to the exact, within centimeters of her figure. And it looks like that her tie pin could cut glass, but this way. Miss Wicked, if you please.
Okay. I go up.
All right. And Dirk, people don't seem that interested in you here. Not a big crossover between political activists and wrestling fans at this time.
That's fair.
So who you
It's the
sticking with?
70s.
You're going to try and stick with Lizzie? You're going to try and keep poking around with Huck?
I want to keep poking around with Huck because I am very curious about what Timmy is up to and what kind of aura might be surrounding Timmy, because
All right.
I'm getting some real bad vibes from him.
All right. If you're trying to investigate his vibes, that's definitely an open your mind roll. It's not something that being smart can help you. It's about the soul.
That's probably for the best. Brains are not my strong suit.
All right.
So roll plus soul.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
All right. Ask me a question. You'll get a vague answer.
Is Timmy an angry child? Is he like throwing looks at people at the rally?
He does not have to. People here are familiar with Timmy. There seems to be an aura of menace around him that he does not have to enforce. So he's not crying and throwing tantrums to get what he wants.
Right. But there's
something wrong here, and there's probably some other people who are probably into it. Probably like the press would probably be a contact if you want to find out more on Shaw. Meanwhile, Lizzie, you are brought back to a room that's papered. Like the wallpaper is basically just the yard signs, just pasted to the wall. There's a little stool and a real a film camera, and just Chelsea's just staring at you, kind of just giving you nothing. You don't know if she likes you or hates you. It's completely blank, and she's just like, okay, Lizzie Wicked on school sucks commercial taping. Just give us whatever you can, and I'll tell you when to cut. So, Lizzie, what do you think about making all American children spend 40 hours a week at a federal facility?
It's prison, I tell you. They're training kids with they're locking them up in that building, making them learn stuff that doesn't matter. I'll tell you something. I went triple platinum last year, and I dropped out at 9th grade. School is prison. Prison is school. And I've been to both. There's no difference. I'm Lizzie Wicked, and I approve this message.
She gives a smile and says, "We can use that. Thank you so much." And she just starts rolling out $20 bills. Which, considering you're triple platinum, and even though your record company stole most of it, it's not bad for a few minutes' work.
You know.
And then,
Take
just
what you
as
can
soon
get.
as she's doing that, you know, she's giving you compliments, the phone rings and she says, "Oh, you gotta go."
I take my money and leave.
All right, you don't investigate the mysterious phone call. All right, meanwhile,
Oh, what the crap. Was I supposed to do that?
I mean, it seems pretty suspicious that she just someone who's like completely neutral and then gives you a little, and then so it's like, okay, you got to go. Bye. After
Okay,
handing you money,
I
you didn't
leave,
even
but I
have to
want to
sign
listen.
anything.
I want to
It
listen
just
through the
appeared.
door.
All right, roll plus brains.
Okay, that's an 8.
All right, ask me a question
Okay, from the list, right?
from the beautiful list,
Okay.
which we're gonna put right on screen. Isn't it nice? We do all the graphics ourselves. Me and director Danny.
Okay, what does your character intend to do?
All right, so Chelsea says something about getting to the copier and running things off, but there's a lot of people, so it might have to be tonight. But the documents will prove everything. That's about when a campaign staffer pokes you in the back and says, "Are you registered to vote?"
Yes.
Okay. And he moves on. They did not have time to train all their volunteers, apparently. Dirk, Huck, what have you been up to in this time?
You said there are
Together, you probably can find like a place on the street corner to talk and put your clues together.
Yeah.
yeah.
Something that wasn't really right about that kid.
Yeah, there is some bad energy coming out of those eyes for sure. That's
You know, the I don't know if you saw it, but when I was meditating back at the park, there was this kind of old crazy guy, and he said something about the Antichrist. And now that I think about it, I don't know why I didn't look into this at the time, but he could have been the one that took the shots. Maybe not, but
oh well,
just
old Grizzly Bear Joe over by his etching post.
yeah.
Yeah, he's always talking about that Antichrist.
He might have also lifted my wallet, but that's not important right now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he notorious pickpockets. He does that.
Do you know him well? Grizzly Joe?
I mean, I've just heard tell about him, but at all the when you go to as many Cadillac Grande shows as I do, you start hearing about the locals and things like that, and damn near everyone's got a Grizzly Bear Joe story. Whether it's the amount of hours he spent on his etching post, or how he learned how to lift wallets when he was overseas, or all of his theories about the Antichrist. I mean, it's he's a myth of a man, but I never really gave those theories much plausibility, but something just doesn't sit right about that kid.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw what he did to those action figures.
I did. Yeah.
All right, this is about when Lizzie comes out to the curb.
What happened, Lizzie? Did they hypnotize you?
She's that lady. She's Xeroxing something, and she said it'll prove everything.
What the hell is Xerox? Is that X-Tech?
I have not
A copy
researched Japanese
machine.
copying technology, but I'm sure there are electric ways to make duplicated information.
Technology these days.
So that the short-haired woman said it would prove
Chelsea
everything.
Hazelnut, yes. Campaign manager Hazelnut.
Prove everything. Wonder if
Yeah,
we should.
she got a phone call.
Maybe it was a
Huh.
Maybe it was like a private investigator that she was talking to, or a journalist, maybe, or
You guys
maybe
just have to find some journalists,
Yeah.
I guess, or some PIs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got to go to the press.
I'm thinking either that or a reverend.
Those
But,
are
you
both
know.
valid options. Which one you picking?
I think we should go after a journalist or a PI.
Also,
That's kinda
Lizzie,
what I'm thinking.
if the Antichrist is part of the campaign, that's going to do even more for your record sales. If you did a campaign ad for the Antichrist,
It's gonna whatever all attention is good attention as far as I'm concerned.
that explains a lot about the Lizzie Wicked lifestyle.
No
All
such
right, so
thing
where
as
you
bad
off to?
publicity, as they say, especially when you're a
Yeah.
rock star.
Until your albums start getting banned from stores, then it's very bad.
No, that's even better because then it goes underground.
Yeah. So do your savings.
I think
let's
we
see.
should go after who's like the journalist equivalent of somebody writing for like the National Enquirer, like that kind of level.
Oh, you're not going to go to Reputable. You're going to go to the Daily Blab.
They're going to ask the outside the box question.
That's a good point. Yeah, they've made a lot of money off Bat Boy, so you just there is the receptionist is just filing his nails. Got him painted red, white, and blue, and he's, what? It takes you a while to call the operator and then locate the offices, but we're skipping all that.
Okay, yeah.
You're in a strip mall office towards the outskirts of the city. They've got 2 storefronts, and that's the Daily Blab.
Yeah.
The reception area is not really that separated from the stuff, so you can't walk past them. Basically, yeah. What?
We're looking to talk to maybe one of your political reporters. You got anybody covering local politics? Well, we have some thoughts about Michael Shaw.
Oh yeah, he's psycho. Love him.
Yeah.
And Timmy Shaw.
Oh, the kid. Yeah, he's cute, I guess. My boss said I'm not allowed to get money from you. So, do you have anything that's not money that you could give me?
For what?
I signed an autograph and handed it to him.
Oh, cool. Lizy Y kid. Cool. I haven't heard of you. Okay. Whatever.
That probably means she's pretty cool, though, right? If you haven't even heard of her.
No, that would mean I'm uncool. Whatever. Just I'm done talking to you guys. I'm on a break in 10 minutes.
Okay.
I talked to Drew Word and Steenburn or whoever. I don't care. Dumb dad makes me work here. All right, so that's the problem with creating NPCs that are too interesting.
I was trying to think of a distraction, but it sounds like he might be distracted enough already.
He doesn't care. It's Burnward and Drew Steen.
Of course.
They are here and they are trying to get, because the Post won't handle their story because they think that, so they're trying to pitch this story to the Blab. And they say they have someone inside the camp, and then they all look at you like, what are you guys doing here? Because you guys do not look like reporters.
No, we're undercover reporters.
We're on the Shaw beat.
Do they work here? No.
No, we're more freelance.
Yeah, we've been working on a story across town.
Someone roll plus smooth for them to even begin to believe this.
Shouldn't be me.
Who's rolling?
Which of you is actually good at convincing people?
Oh man,
does anybody have anything good and smooth?
I have a +1 smooth.
Okay.
My smooth is 2.
That's good.
That is good. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with the we're undercover reporters story.
It was Lizzie's idea anyway. Yeah.
I rolled 11.
All right.
Woo!
Yeah, the guy up front said there was a Lizy white kid, and that didn't sound like anything. So, whatever. Welcome, Lizy.
It's Lizzie, please.
Wink. Anyway, yeah, someone in the campaign is leaking that that it's all tied to the Prentice Group, and you realize that their conspiracy theory does not match your conspiracy theory.
Ah, okay.
They believe that the Prentice Group is trying to take over the world, and that the PEST team, the Prentice Emotional Seminar Teachings team, is trying to use subliminal messaging to control the population. So no Antichrist stuff at all. Which means these guys, well, I mean, they could be in on it, or they don't know, or they don't believe it. You really can't tell one of those three things, or a fourth thing.
Hmm.
Let me see.
You don't think?
Well, what do you say? What do you do?
So you think that the Prentice Group? What do you think the Prentice Group really is? This they want world domination for
Yeah.
financial reasons, or
Cult
is it like a
reason.
religion?
Yeah. Oh, it's more of a new age kind of neo-cult.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I'm not one to throw stones, says Bernstein. I'm a member of the People's Pyramid of Cosmic Consciousness. So,
Yeah.
but the Prentice, that's bad news, man.
Well,
Bad
yeah, they're the
vibes.
ones who they've got all those locations popping up around town where you go in there
Yep.
and you attach electrodes to your fingers.
Yep.
And then
And
they
they
ask
had
you
that
questions
security
about your
team
mom.
that almost beat the crap out of you when you threw a crowbar at them.
Yeah, that also sucked, and I was very curious about those guys. Like,
Oh, yeah, the PEST team. They're the recruitment specialists. They are bad, violent dudes. But never in public. They always drag you off to a secondary location. I mean, always. They only
Yeah.
beat me up once. It sucked.
you know, something happened when we were just over at Shaw's office, at the campaign office, and
Yeah.
his campaign manager got a call. She got real spooked and started copying some papers and talking about how this proves everything.
The two Post reporters look at each other, and then they just say, well, yeah, there's probably leaks in every campaign.
Was their look like? Did they look spooked, or did they look more just a look? I don't know if I'm able
It's
to
very
determine
confirmed that it's. I mean, what's your brains?
that. One.
All right, so you figure out that, yeah, these guys are people getting the leaks.
Oh, it's them. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slam my hands on the desk and go, "What about the weird kid?"
Shut up back there. I don't need this.
Dirk
yeah.
is obsessed with Timmy.
My son's also the security guard here, so if you could like not start trouble, it'd be really great.
Oh, sorry.
That's what that was supposed to be.
He's also the receptionist.
Yeah.
I don't know, keeps him off the street.
Nice
Mom
nails.
wants
though.
him out of the house.
Good
What?
nails.
Yeah.
I don't even. Anyway, what you were yelling?
Oh, I mean, like his kid's kind of weird. The kid has a weird energy. I wanted to know
It's much more important than the Prentice Group taking over the world. Yeah, it's good. Let's go after. Hey Al, what's our policy on shaming 5-year-olds in the press? Are we still doing that, or is that like against every standard of modern society? And it's weird to bring up. It's weird to bring up. Thanks, Al. Great.
But how would you feel if you knew a kid was taking toys? I know it's normal for kids to mess with their toys, but I'm talking really weird messing with, like ripping them apart and putting parts back together where they shouldn't be.
real weird.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're not going to press with Michael Shaw Jr. completes Dark Triad or whatever the whatever the fudge you're
Really,
talking
that
about.
that seems precisely up your alley.
That seems front page Daily Blab material.
No, mostly it's one. Celebrity does something bad, weird creature sighted, or Elvis is alive again.
Doesn't that count as weird?
I'm not
creature?
convinced Timmy's not a
I feel like it's
creature.
kind of
Or
an
Groucho is
intersection.
alive. Groucho, we have a theory that Groucho died in 76 and he's still alive.
Interesting.
So if you have any Groucho stuff, we'd love to run that.
I mean, Groucho could be involved. We're not saying he isn't.
Yeah,
All right.
really.
It's not, well, Bernstein just sighs, but the Daily Blab guys are really into it now that you got you speaking their language. Dad, yeah, there's like this weird van outside, so like, yeah, so whatever, just doing security. Let me read a magazine. All right, so
I'm gonna go and I want to kind of sneak my head out the door and just kind of take a look at the van.
Prentice. Yep, it's Prentice.
Yeah.
Beautifully, recently cleaned white van with the Prentice group logo on the side.
Yeah. You guys expecting Prentice?
We got to go, and they just start moving towards the back entrance. Someone pushes the one of the printing press, just starts moving it out of the way to get to a back door.
Wow, you guys really have this planned out.
We're bugging out, guys.
Okay, I think.
Do you want me to light the place on fire?
Can
No.
I?
Just
Can
long, you'll probably just smash a few things. It's kind of how we run a bad story about someone. You should just leave the offices. They smash a few things. We have a security camera, and then we blackmail them, and that's kind of how it keeps us. It's how we make most of our money, frankly.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of wait for them to leave a little bit, and
Yep.
then I'm just gonna kind of grab a couple papers off of the desk and shove them in my pocket.
All right. So you now have a fistful of notes, incomplete, and a poorly filled in crossword puzzle.
Can I use a cast of thousands to come in the back door and force them all back in so that they can't leave?
Oh, you could try and it's going to take you a while. These guys are fleeing right now.
Right.
If you had Huck and Lizzie stall long enough, you could get people here to pretend to be the newspaper staff. But you can't you don't have a bunch of people waiting in a back alley to spring into action.
They're not on call 24/7.
Yeah, they're not. They might be, but they're not right next to you.
Right. It's not like I have a cell phone that I can like tweet at them.
Even if you did, they would not be right next to you. They would not be in the parking lot between you and these guys.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Lizzie, do you have any disguises?
I'm full of disguises.
It's not the phrase.
Well. Oh, like
I
for
put
like
on a fake mustache.
stage costumes and stuff.
Yep.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my van.
Which is parked right next to the Prentice van.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so some guys in black, deconstructed black suits with Nehru collars are making their way across the parking lot towards the stairs and up towards the floor that you guys are on. It's kind of a two-story wingbat, dingbat kind of area. Like a Euro shop and like an Aloha Hula Donuts downstairs.
Got it.
Lizzie, you got any thoughts on a distraction?
I could put on a show.
That sounds good.
Impromptu
Yeah.
Lizzie Wicked concert.
Yeah. Let's
All
see
right,
where-
you certainly could cover the other two's escape with, God of Thunder, right?
I think so. Wait, I'm trying to find where it says that on the sheet. Yeah, God of Thunder. There you go.
All right, read that move for our fans who aren't looking at your character sheet.
Okay. God of Thunder. If it's too loud, then they're too old, and it's time to use it to your advantage. When you play in your instrument, turn up volume and roll plus soul.
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, 10.
All right, so what does this look like if they were looking up at you? Because these guys are coming up the stairs. What do they see? One, you have a
I
big
jump up
mustache.
on top of a desk and just start shredding the guitar.
All right, so this guitar shoots out fire, and you're in a newspaper
Yes.
office. So,
That's right.
all right, Dirk and Huck are escaping, right?
It's a flamethrower in addition to being a guitar.
All right, so
The louder I play, the
they
more fire
just see
comes
the
out of
wall
it.
of flame, and these guys just turn around, start walking back to their van.
Yeah, you better leave.
Can we try to run around and cut them off before they get
You
to the
can,
van?
yeah. Dirk, you gonna try and pull a stunt here?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, nice. What's the stunt? You gonna just try and do a flying leap onto their car so they can't get away? Onto
I'm
their
gonna
van?
try and use my expertise with pyrotechnics to run around, and nothing huge, but just like set off like some like sparklers in front of their van
Nice.
to try and just to, more than anything, just to kind of distract them while I can get in between them and the van.
All right. So just throwing some pyro that you had in your backpack.
Yeah.
All right, do it. Wait, so you have a backpack full of pyrotechnics this whole time?
That is one of my
All right, cool.
items.
Just making sure.
That is am I rolling plus anything?
This is brains, I think.
Well, then in that case, that is an 8.
All right. So, you completely succeed at your confused objective.
That's fair. That's fair.
So there is now fire, the smoke and flames coming from near their truck, and fire ahead of them. These guys are going to pull out guns at this point
Well,
because that makes the situation has escalated. And Huck, what were you doing during this?
I think at this point, how many guys are there? There's like 5 of them or something.
5.
Yeah. I am going to. I think that I followed Dirk out and hopped on the motorbike.
Yep.
And I was just kind of waiting.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see what's going on, I'm going to try to drive and plow through these guys.
All right, just send them flying,
Yeah.
scatter them.
Yeah.
All right, roll it. This is a directly engage or a kick some ass. You get to add your vehicle's power. But does not seem like a kung fu technique, so you're rolling might and not hustle.
Okay.
Run them down with my motorcycle is not taught in your dojo, oddly enough.
this escalated so quickly.
Really.
These guys showed up. All right, so I
Yeah.
scared them, and I ran them over.
Well, they did guns. So that's 11, 12, 14.
Yeah, they just scatter, between the van being on fire, these guys break. They're not made of stone. They're just running in 4 directions.
With a 14, am I able to grab one of their guns?
You have a spare. I mean, if you want to have a spare gun, you could just spend some of your money. It's a rough city.
I lost my wallet.
Oh yeah, so now you have a 9mm. Nice. And then a quick trip to the pawn shop, and you're right as rain.
Quick trip to the pawn shop. I'll sell the 9mm. I'll get like $30, and I'll buy a really shitty pistol, and it'll all work out. Wait.
I don't know what the trade-in policy is there, but it sounds like you've made it into 2 stops.
No, I'm just gonna hang on to the 9mm unless I need money for something. But that's
really.
fine. I got friends.
All right, so the guys come out of the bushes, and they're like, "What was that about?" As they see the smoke in their offices and in their parking lot.
You're welcome.
All right, that's our second break.